Good afternoon, Honorable Member of Parliament, Mr. Tejasvi Surya, Chief Investment Officer, Mr. Irfan Kazi, my media friends, and my colleagues on this screen. Due to Corona pandemic, keeping safety of all in mind, we decided to go for this e-Pris meeting. Mantri Developer started with a small project at Banerghatta Road in the year 1999. We have done so far affordable segment, luxury segments, villa properties, offices. We have built the shopping malls, we have built hotel, and even we have built a railway station for Metro Railway, Bangalore. And thereafter, we expanded in Hyderabad, Chennai, and Pune. So far, we have completed 40 million square feet of built-up area, and we have a 35,000 residents to our credit. Mantri Serenity is the fifth project of Mantri Group on Kanakpura Road, and this is the largest project among all 5 projects. Mantri Serenity project has 3,064 homes in 2 and 3 BHK segment. It's a mainly affordable segment, and out of which so far first phase of 352 apartments is already delivered. Normally we develop project in a multiple phases, but looking to the good response initially and being optimistic, we started the construction of all the phases together at Mantri Serenity project. To achieve a good speed, we have imported the technology of called a tunnel form. We invested a huge capital because to achieve a good speed for the project. Here, this project we have achieved every 3 days. We have casted 1 floor. That is one of the fastest speed achieved ever in India by any developer. Normally, any project, the funding comes from our capital, some bank finance, and lot of money comes from customer advances. And 80% sales earlier was happening during structure stage because the booking level and the money comes during the structure stage, so that up to finishing level, the construction can be progressed seamlessly and there are no chances of delay in the project delivery. But nowadays, the trend had changed. Like automobile, everybody want across the table delivery. Now people want ready to move in homes, and that has impacted the cash flow of this project, and now we are stuck for finishing work. We tried raising money, but due to the overall recession in the real estate industry, raising money became quite difficult. In India, real estate sector has faced this challenge, and many projects in India has suffered their completion due to the last mile funding. Understanding the real problem, Government of India came forward and they formed a Swami Fund, which is a last mile funding of 25,000 crore rupees, and it is going to give relief to all the stall projects in India, and homes will get delivered. Government of India has appointed SBI CAPS as their managers to this Swami Fund. We applied to the SBI CAP and very happy to say that Mantri Serenity project is the first project to get such approval from SBI Swami Fund. As per the terms of Swami Fund, no related party get any payment. These funds are purely used only for the balance construction so that the homes can be delivered. The fund gets first charge on all the securities or cash flow, and existing stakeholder get money only after the fund money is totally repaid along with interest. Even though Serenity project is a positive net worth project, but there was a huge challenge to convince the existing lenders to shift their position to a second charge and convince the landowner to wait till project completion for their funds. I am happy to mention here, understanding these challenges, right time our Member of Parliament, Mr. Tejasvi Surya, got involved. He spoke with Mr. Ajay Piramal, SBI Chairman, ISKCON people, and ensured that everyone has extended their support for the completion of this project and delivery of homes to 3,000 home buyers. I am thankful for the support extended by the landowners, Gokulam Shelters, and existing lender, Piramal Capital, to agree to wait till the completion of the project for their proceeds. Understanding the pain in real estate industry, Swami Fund has approved the entire funding till completion of the project. Hence, now the construction will go on in full speed, and till completion, we don't need to worry about the cash flow for the project. And we will also ensure from Mantri developer, we will put all possible efforts to ensure that completion of the project is completed at the earliest. We are humbled to be chosen as a first company from Bangalore to be allocated money from the Swami Fund. This will not boost the morale of Mantri developers, but it will also help other developers to complete their stalled project with the support of Swami Fund and deliver the homes to the home buyers. I would like to give credit of the Swami Fund allocation to Serenity project to our Honorable MP Tejasvi Surya, and taking the constructive step to ensure that funding for completion of 3,000 homes gets approved from all the existing stakeholders, and Swami Fund Chief Investment Officer Mr. Irfan Kazi and his able team led by Mr. Advait Kasbekar are the real contributors. I'm thankful to the team of lawyers from all the four parties, several consultants, my colleagues for their 24/7 tireless work even during lockdown COVID spread to bring this proposal into reality and approving the Mantri Serenity project for Swami Fund last mile funding, where we got the first disbursement today. I would acknowledge my sincere gratitude to our customers who have trusted us, made booking of their home with us, also maintaining faith in us and supporting at every step by speaking to our Member of Parliament, State Bank of India, and ISKCON, and ensuring that situation doesn't go out of control, and entire focus was kept on the completion of the project so that Swami Fund can come to the project. I'm in real estate business over 2 decades, but the patience and constructive approach demonstrated by Mantri Serenity home buyers is remarkable and appreciable. I cannot find suitable word to express my gratitude towards them. We came in front of press today to announce that this financial closure till completion for Mantri Serenity project. Now Mantri Serenity project will be successfully completed, and I will personally ensure that customers are handed over their homes within the revised time frame. This kind of support from Government of India, and especially from Honorable Sri Tejasvi Surya for taking efforts in talking and pursuing with the central government, Honorable Ministers Sri Amit Shah, Mrs. Sri Nirmala Sitharaman, and Mr. Ajay Piramal and ISKCON people. I am thankful to everybody. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I will use this occasion to talk about the Swami Fund and how what we are doing translates into what, the gathering we have here today. So the Swami Fund is an initiative that was announced on November 6th. It was a fund that has closed on December 6th. It is a fund that has spent the last 9 months achieving progress that has been both dramatic and remarkable. And that goes well with the kind of mandate that we had. So the mandate is, if I can continue using some bigger words, unparalleled and unprecedented. To start with, there has never in India, at least to the best of my recollection, been a real estate fund that has social impact as its primary objective. That's the mandate of the Swami Fund. The fund's mandate is to complete construction. Like I said, the size of the mandate, the fact that this has never happened before, meant that we are creating new ground, getting into uncharted territory, looking at projects the way, in a manner that nobody else has ever looked at before. So let me just give you a few examples on how we are different. And why are we different? First, very clearly, if the fund has come in to make, to act as a curative catalyst for the sector, the fund is required to make a difference. We can make a difference only if we do things differently. If we do the same things, we cannot be expected to make a difference. And therefore, one of the primary things that we've done is we've stuck to the mandate, which is last mile funding. And we understand last mile funding as funding that is necessary to complete a project, funding that is not dependent on the ecosystem to complete the project, funding that has maybe some reliance on receivables, and that reliance too comes after we do our due diligence on the quality of those receivables, funding that has no reliance on new sales, and funding which by itself and without taking the crutch of any excuses going ahead will be sufficient to complete the project. That is the mandate of the fund, and that is the attitude, that is the underwriting approach that we've used to for looking at our investment in this project also. So that's one. Two, this fund also does something very different from what any other private equity fund does. We look at a project, we do not look at a promoter. When we see a project, we look at home buyers in the project. We saw about 1,200 home buyers, about 1,800 to 2,000 homes that are stalled in this project. And that's why we are here. We are not here to fund a developer. We are here to fund completion of homes. Very clearly underlined mandate of this fund. So that's how we are very different. We are also very different in the sense that our funding walks the talk of completing construction. We do not even think of asking for money back till the construction is completed. Our funding is entirely back-ended. Our funding is an IRR-based funding. It's not a coupon-based funding. So there is no repayments. In fact, whatever project inflows are there in the form of sold receivables or even incremental inventory sales that happen, they are all channeled back into construction. So for the first time ever, you have a lender or an investor who's focused on completion of construction, not return of capital. That should be contrasted with the existing situation where a lender, for very good reasons, and it's not for me to comment on that, is focused on getting capital back. We are focused on completing construction because that is our mandate. And that again becomes relevant to this discussion. What is also relevant to this discussion is we are, when it comes to deciding on the amount that is required for the project, we try and take care of as many contingencies as possible. But when it comes to disbursements, unlike the way lenders approach it, unlike the way other private equity funds approach it, we will do disbursements maybe once a week, maybe twice a week. We will do disbursements only against project progress. There will be only an initial disbursement that happens in the first 15 days or so, which will be used for taking care of creditors, which will be used for mobilization, but that's about it, right? After that, all our disbursements will be linked to physical progress in the project, tangible progress in the project. And we will try and get, ensure that there's a level of transparency so that you get to see what we see. Home buyers get to see what we see so that there are periodic reports that are uploaded on the company's website. And therefore, home buyers also get a reassurance that cement is drying and progress is happening both vertically and horizontally. What we also ensure is that there is an absolute control on project spend. Our team will act as a project CFO. We will do disbursements only against payments that have been checked by our project management company, and we will have a project management company that is stationed at the site. So unlike the usual case where there is a project management company representative visiting a site every month or every quarter, we will have a PMC representative who's resident at the site. So we get daily reports on material movement, on labor mobilization, on physical progress, and especially about site safety. As a fund, we are going to place some amount of emphasis on site safety as well. And on the basis of these reports, we'll be able to validate, process, and reimburse vouchers for expenditure, invoices for expenditure. Most of these payments will happen directly to the vendor. So with all due respect, we are not funding a developer, we are funding a project. We are immune almost to who the developer is. What we see is the number of home buyers that we need to move in and rescue at a time when everybody is running out. So we are in a manner of speaking the lender of last resort. the lender that decides to step up and take up the challenge of completing construction. And with that, we hope to complete the project. Coming specifically, and everything I said applies to our funding in this project, but specifically to the Mantri Serenity, this project, this will be our first investment in Bangalore. It just so happens that the quality of that the developers approached us at a very early stage, and therefore, while we've been looking at this proposal for almost, if I can share, maybe 6 months or so, they are still the first ones from Bangalore. There are several other projects from Bangalore that we are looking at, and we hope to actually get involved and lead to the completion of several projects in Bangalore as well. What took some amount of time and what we had to convince our investment committee is that we will be working with the developer and with home buyers. And it's very important that I emphasize on that. We will be working with the developer and the home buyers to complete the homes. We will be working faster than Mantri Developers has worked in the past. We have the funding available to start construction on multiple fronts. We do not have to wait for cement to dry. We can start in other places. So we can start, finishing work while vertical progress is happening and so on. So the emphasis will be on trying to do as much as possible, as fast as possible, while still ensuring that safety norms and quality norms are adhered to. Safety, quality are ultimately the responsibility of the developer, but we will play the role of a diligent observer/monitor to ensure that our money is spent constructively and wisely. And at the end of the day, when our money is spent, the structure is completed. That has not happened in the past before. So our disbursements will be calibrated to progress in the project. I therefore appeal to the developer as well as all home buyers to help us, help all of us. I will also take this occasion as my last words here to thank the initiative taken by Mr. Tejasvi Surya in getting all the parties to work at a slightly faster pace, to get their consents to the table, to allow this funding to happen. We were ready about 6 months ago. We have taken approval from our investment committee several times thereafter. We are keen to complete the project. But thank you, Mr. Tejasvi Surya, for helping us achieve the objectives of the Swami Fund. Thank you.
Very good evening. Good evening to Mr. Irfan Kazi. Good evening, Mr. Sushil Mantriji. Good evening to all my friends from the media. Just two things that I would want to bring to all of your notice. That a few days ago, my office was flooded with a few hundred people who came to request our intervention in ensuring that the project, the Mantri Serenity project, takes off and the Swami funds get approved. Thereafter started the whole Herculean effort of trying to get multiple parties on board. And I must say at the very outset that Mr. Irfan Kazi has been extremely supportive of the entire process. In fact, I had detailed discussions with him almost on 3 to 4 occasions, and he was kind enough to guide me and my office on where the bottlenecks were and what role we could play. And I must also at this juncture thank Mr. Ajay Piramalji, with whom I had a very detailed discussion, who also came in and did his bit for the project to now reach the state that it has. Also, my discussion with Mr. Sushil Mantriji was also fruitful, because he and his organization were keen to ensure that this project does not remain stalled, but gets the required support and funding from Swami. and that it takes off quickly. I would want to thank especially the home buyers, because Mr. Kazi had requested me to talk to all of them and request them to withdraw their cases that were before the RERA court and a couple of other courts of law, because it would come in the way of the IC committee approval. Upon my request, many of the home buyers were consented to withdraw their cases, and I must tell you, the time between the home buyers committing to withdraw their cases and the approval coming through was actually giving me sleepless time, because all these home buyers had placed so much of trust on and had so much of bharosa on whatever I had requested them to do. But I must also at the same time place on record that Mr. Sushil Mantri was keen to ensure that all of these documentations are submitted as quickly as possible to the concerned authorities, and that the approval would come soon. And I must also specifically, I also brought this to the attention of the Honorable Finance Minister, that Mr. Kazi and his team have been extremely supportive of the whole process, and that he has shown so much of commitment and dedication to this whole success. Friends, in summation, I would want to just say this, that my Prime Minister understands the pain of middle class home buyers who would have invested their entire life savings into seeing their dream projects, their homes come true. But unfortunately, in some cases, with the complicity of the developer or the investor, or for whatever reasons, bona fide or mala fide, projects do not take off and are stuck for a very long time. And with each passing day, the people who would have invested in the project, especially the ones who come mostly from middle class and lower middle class backgrounds, they find it extremely difficult. And each passing day, their EMIs increase, the financial burdens increase, and this puts them in a very precarious financial condition. It is to ensure that people of this kind are helped, that projects which are primarily stuck, large real estate projects which are which get stuck for these reasons, which cater to this kind of people, gets completed, is why the Swami Fund was started by Prime Minister. I would want to thank Shri Narendra Modi ji and our Finance Minister Shri Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman for so effectively and sensitively trying to bring this scheme about. I also have a couple of requests before I go from both Mr. Sushil Mantri ji as well as Mr. Irfan Kazi. Immediately after the news of our successful intervention with respect to this project, gathered news, there are more than 3 to 4 projects, especially involving Mantri developers itself. I think it was Mantri Elite and a couple of other projects. The investors of such projects have also started lining up in front of my office, asking for intervention in that case also. So I would want to, I'm a lawyer, so we would always file an anticipatory applications. So in that sense, I would want to already make an advance request to Mr. Irfan Kazi as well as Mr. Sushil ji for considering the other stalled projects also in a very proactive manner, so that all projects which impact directly the lives of our middle class citizens will positively be impacted, and that will be seen through. And the real objective of this scheme, which is to protect the investors, that will be done. I also have a policy suggestion that I would want to make. I have already spoken about this to the Honorable Finance Minister. I'm again bringing this to the notice of everyone so that the media is also aware of. So once the Swami Fund is released, the monitoring of the project must ideally be done by a committee which will also have the investors. So right now, the investors do not have a voice in that committee. It's only the bank and the developer. So I have requested the finance minister to also include the stakeholders, the final stakeholders who are the customers of the end customers of the project, the investors, also in the committee, which will have a say in the execution of this project. So I hope that this project, I truly expect that the project will be completed by about 12 months to about 18 months, which is what Sushilji has committed to us earlier. And I hope to see all the investors of this project and all other stall projects go home with a very happy smile. I once again thank Mr. Irfan Kazi for his very positive intervention, Mr. Ajay Piramal for so quickly responding to my request, and especially to the entire SBI CAPS team, and also to Sushil Mantriji for expressing the commitment that the project would be completed as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and we are always there in support of all interests of my constituents. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. I am Sushil Mantri. I am personally committing to you. I will monitor and we will make you proud for supporting this project.
Thank you so much, Sushilji. Thank
you. Tejasvi, can I just say a quick word? Before you came in, we placed on record the extremely constructive, proactive efforts that you've made, which helped us complete this funding, which could have lingered on for at least another 6 months, given the pace at which things were moving. And there was always a possibility that it would have been too little, too late. That would, and therefore, this press conference and this culmination would not have been possible but for your initiative and efforts. So thank you so much, Tejasvi, for helping us further what is essentially our government's agenda.
Thank you.
That's one.
Two, it is the government of all of us Indians. We have all voted for this government. It is our responsibility to see that the projects of this government are succeeded, meet with success. And, I like I have already told you, Irfanji, we will be coming with more applications to you. So
sure.
I expect the same alacrity, the same positive proactiveness which you have shown in this project. And your blessings for other projects as well. Some are with
sure.
Mr. G and some are with other developers. And Mantriji, whether the elite, Mantri elite and other projects also which are stuck, the success of this has given hope to all of them as well. So I hope that there is going to be some proactive effort that you will put so that those projects also will take off.
No, sir, what happened? Actually, we were first to approach for Mantri Serenity. SBI sanctioned also, but unfortunately, the hurdles and it got somewhere lingered. And SBI carried the impression that Mantris are not cooperating, and that's what flat owners also felt. So they said first to complete one project, then we'll look into Web City project. That second project is, sir, Web City, which is also very close to our heart. But that also got suffered. But now we are totally ready, and now we have understood the entire process. I think we can turn around much, much faster now.
Okay. All right. All the very best.
Yeah,
thank you.
Great. Thank you, Tejasvi.
To everyone who played a very important part in ensuring that this sees the light of the day. And thank you to all my media friends. I hope that this a very positive news will be covered in substantial detail so that all our middle class customers, friends, I must tell you before I take your leave, many are from the journalistic fraternity also. They have spent their entire life, 30 years, 40 years of their life. They would have invested their money, a crore and a half, 2 crores. So in some cases, they would have invested about 80, 90 lakhs and taken additional loans of another 80 to a crore and have been furnishing EMIs for the last 7-8 years. So nobody wants to be in that kind of a precarious situation. So what we have accomplished now is something that has brought so much of joy and a solace, a closure to so many families. So much so that, I don't know if my media friends have seen, there was a video that was quite viral on social media, where these home buyers had come to my office to thank me and had even said, in Kannada they were saying, ಪ್ರತಿ ದಿವಸ ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ತುಪ್ಪದ ದೀಪ ಹಚ್ತೀವಿ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಇಸ್ಕಾನಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುವಂತ ರೋಡಿಗೆ ನಾವು ತೇಜಸ್ವಿ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. Andre, the kind of gratitude with which they have been speaking, because that was the kind of trouble that all of them were in. So I don't expect any of that. I just am thankful to people of Bangalore South for giving me this opportunity to serve them in this way. And I thank Sushil ji, Irfan ji, and all of them who played a very important role. I hope that all projects get completed soon, so that no middle class family ever suffers again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.